Okay, we're back for turn 61 of Hell in the Hedgerows. And what are we looking at? We've got the Panther moving up here. That's going to be sticking itself in these woods here. And then we're going to see if we can't move it up so that we can get some shots in here. There's a Vickers team and probably a tank in there, which are shooting up our guys, making their way into the rail bridge objective on that side. And we've got our rolling combat in the town still going. There may or may not be Tommies in the top floor of that building that my pixel tripper are in. I'm sure we'll figure that one out this turn. But the big deal is over here. So Jen is like kind of easing me out of this position here. And I've basically been caught with my pants down, and I have a few... I have a platoon rushing up to fix the gap. But this MG team here has been pushed out of this field because they got flanked here, and then it's been pushed out of this field because Jen's flanked them there. So I need to move those guys down here to make sure we don't get flanked again. Otherwise he's going to totally unpick this whole line here. And he probably already has people going this way. So yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on this and plug it up. Otherwise, Jen's going to take... that's going to take up all my attention, trying to hold on to one objective, instead of trying to get my self into one of these three in the centre and take them out of Jen's hands. So we're just going to press go. This MG team is flashing because it's currently being strafed by something. And they're at the fight, but I think... Oh no, they're back again. We've got Jen's moving more stuff up here, so... Potentially he is shifting here a bit of emphasis round this way. So the idea is kind of germinating that perhaps we should be heading... we should attack down here at the crossing objective. Bloody planes. But that is a really tough piece of ground to have a go at, so decisions. But at least in the centre here, and that's the you can see the flak wagon here is shooting up the church, as we know that Jen's got some troops in there. Like we're going to see and roundabout here, we've got the Panther shooting in, and we've got the infantry, and we're generally unpicking Jen's defence there. Every time the Tommies make a stand, they get shot up and they run away. But let's get back. Down here we've got one casualty at the start of the turn in this very unfortunate MG team. And yeah, we get away with that. Meantime, our MG team here has left a guy behind there, but it looks like they're getting out of the mess that they're in without too many problems. Yeah, they've managed to retreat round here, so we have like a decent stop line coming up here. We have the first squad of the reinforcement platoon, and we've got a mortar and their ammo bear. The mortar's out of ammo, but they'll do as a small infantry team. So that's that. No big problems up there, and the Panther is just about to take up position in the woods. We can stuff some of the infantry here into the truck and blitz them down here. Just so that we can get ahead of Jen, as it were. But there is a plane flying around, so hopefully it's out of ammo. But I don't want to have a whole squad stuck in an Opal Blitz getting strafed, because that would be very, very bad. Something to think about though. Let's check the village. That's a big line of traces there is some AA fire going out. What's that? That is a Voyage carrier we saw another one over here in the last turn. I don't know if it's the same one, and it's just got a little bit further on. Down here, Jen is pushing up a little bit. Oh, it's a Piat team. Surprise, surprise. Jen's probably going to try and crawl it down here to where it can shoot the Panther at the bum. But it seems unlikely that it's going to be able to manage that without getting spotted, given the number of troops in those buildings there. And we've got some general spots in the woods down here and here. That's a 3-inch mortar team that Jen's moved up. That could be nasty. This is Super Tommy. Oh no, it's not. It's part of a HQ element. He's got a radio, so we want to ventilate him a bit. It's Area 5 from the Panther going in. Yeah, that plane's still flying around. Tommies have had enough, off they go. Oh, we got one! Yay! Seems quite rare in this game in particular. Oh, there's another Piat team sneaking about. But it does look like we've kind of... let's just fast forward that. So we pop up and then move away. That's good. What we're getting in the village... yeah, the Tommies were in this building. They've legged it into this one. Apart from that, looks like we're kind of okay in the village. Yeah. And this mortar team is just about setting up. They should be able to smoke up this area here. And see if we can't help us get into the woods there. And then just at the end, let's just watch again. The flak wagon comes online, starts shooting up the church. Yeah, that should have caused some damage. Cool. So let's just watch the whole thing from the start again. I'm just trying to include everything that I have stashed away at the back. Just to make sure they don't get strafed. Doesn't look like it. That's good. But the plane's still flying around, so we need to... That spot in contact up there has gotten darker again, so it's... Does look like the Gen has a bit of activity up there. But yeah, we've got a good toehold in the village now. We're about a third of the way in. The problem is that when we get into kind of this area here, we're exposed to Gen's fire from tanks and things around this side. Potentially we could clear up there to move up and disjoint his defence up here, but then we'd be exposed to these tanks. There's definitely a Firefly down here in this ditch. Yeah, no good options, but we've secured the flank of the river, at least up to this section, which is kind of what we were aiming for. I say we, I mean me. Let's just watch it again, just to be sure. That was the Piat team down there, was it? No, that's just a rifleman team. They're getting MG'd. Yeah, small teams of Tommies everywhere. Cool, so what do we want to do here? First of all, you are going to sprint like a herd of speeding gazelles down into that corner. guys are going to help man that line. You guys are going to move up here. HQ. Can't get through there. So it has to go through this little great big gap. We'll keep those guys there in reserve. Need to find somewhere where we can stash this Panther, where it can see this tree, this Bocage line, and shoot it up. Preferably without being exposed to the Firefly that we know is down here, or the Achilles that we know is at the back. Can we see it from there? No, we can't. In fact, let's do it backwards. See where Jen's been blowing holes in the fence. Okay, what about this? Up here by this fence. Nope. Nope. What's it? Let's see what it's catching on there. It's kind of hard to tell. I think that's where we had the Panther before, though, so Jen might be expecting us to pop up there. But I think we actually might be able to see from there quite well. Oh, maybe not because of those trees there. What about... Here we don't have the trees, but we do have ground. We've got a reverse point, a reverse slope failing positions. Yeah, that's not going to... Quick version is I don't think that's going to work at all. But the Panther's now in the wood, in case we need it at least. Potentially, we could bring it out into the open field here and have it hull down. But then I feel like if I do that, it's going to be very exposed to pretty much everything. You don't want that, for obvious reasons. Where have we gone? There you go. So if we bring it up like here, for example, we still can't see it. Let's just leave the Panther there for the time being. Those guys who are knackered are going to deploy their mortar just up there. So we can't swap that to a target light. These guys are just going to have to suck it up and stop being tired. And oh bloody hell, what's that? Missed that at the end there. That might be a 2-inch mortar landing on that house. Well, they're going to be safer inside than outside. He can fire off the remainder of his ammo at the church. At least we might knock the front in or something. But yeah, that should do for that turn, I think. Those guys are too knackered to do anything. Those guys need to move up. Those guys are moving up. Let's get those guys up on that top floor. Right, that should about do. Let's press go.